Hi everybody. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a as quick video as I can, updating you on the court cases I'm watching and some updates on some other ones, and then I'm going to watch my soaps. So, alright. And then also I'm going to watch Trial of the Vegas, but it doesn't start until 1:45. So. Alright. I'm watching 3 court cases right now. One is non-existent, sort of. And the other ones are okay, but they're not really moving yet. Okay, what I'm watching is a case in Florida about a neighbor feud that turned deadly. I say it's not moving because they have a lot of witnesses that they're putting on the stand, but they're not really saying much that's crucial to the case. So it's kind of like a non-starter. Okay. Then I'm watching the case everybody knows about, the YSL case in Georgia. Just because I kind of wanted to see if I could get into it, and I, I guess I'm really weird about this case because I wish I would have started from the beginning, but then I kind of am glad I didn't because we're on day 112, and I don't see any movement whatsoever. Now, according to Emily D. Baker, it's supposed to last until sometime in 2025. So apparently, I have a ways to go. So maybe that's why it's not moving so fast. Okay, and then I'm also watching a case in Tennessee. Now, I just started this case today. Apparently, they label it, Law and Crime labels it a twisted torture murder case. So, yeah. Okay, and then the Vegas trial started yesterday, but okay, the reason why I didn't really say anything yet is because, um, well, they had the opening statements, and then I think they had one witness that I'm aware of, maybe more, but because the time difference between here and Vegas is 3 hours. So when it's 1:45 here, it's 10:45 over there in the morning. So they go long, and that kind of runs into my soaps. And also at some point I have to eat. So yeah. Okay. What I can say is from yesterday, the state, they both had a chance to do the opening statements, but the state already lost me because I've told you before, I like it when somebody tells me a story and it's like, okay, I can follow the story. This one, they didn't do that. They make it seem like an open and shut case, and I guess she's so confident that she started showing evidence in the opening statement. Now, I've never heard of that before. I've heard of you give a statement and you, like I said, tell a story and tell where you're going to go, where you're going to end up. But I've never heard of somebody giving evidence in the opening statement before. So that was kind of odd. And then the only other witness that I saw, now that doesn't mean that that was the only other witness they had, but there was a guy who worked for a septic tank company who, when you have trouble, they move and then dispose of the waste, right? So apparently the guy saw a suspicious car, or even the guy, Robert Tellis, and they did what they always do, which is, can you identify the person in the courtroom, and pointed, and. But what happened to me is that I got so uninterested in this, the way the state is doing it, that I just lost interest completely. So I'm like, okay, she's not even into this, like, at all. I mean, I've heard, now, granted, this is my, well, I think I'm up to 7 trials now, but Usually you either get the one that sounds shaky and I can tell you what's wrong with it, or they sound way too confident and they think that it's already in the bag, but their body language and their tone gives it away. This one, she just seems disinterested from the start. So it kind of makes me disinterested too. I'm like, okay, well, why should I care if you don't? I don't know. Okay, as far as the updates go, now I talked about this before, and I also talked about what I thought was going to happen, and I don't seem to be the only one. Okay, what I'm talking about here is Hannah Gutierrez. She, because of what happened with the Baldwin trial, which was they threw the case out because of prosecutorial misconduct. Okay, that means that they didn't turn over evidence they were supposed to. I went into this. I already covered that. Okay, but because of this, now Hannah thinks that Hannah and her lawyer think that she can get off even though she's already been convicted. Now, I told you before, I'm pretty sure I did. I said, well, okay, that sounds all well and good. However, the problem is that, well, they've already convicted her. And what I kind of didn't think about at the time, but I didn't forget, is that she said in her own words that she did not check the guns, and her job was the armorer. That's her job. Okay. Um. Also, and she said, I didn't check the guns, and I wish I had checked the guns more. This is her own language. So yeah, she was convicted. So I don't think that they can easily overturn her conviction. I really don't. And it's not. I'm not coming from a math place or anything. I'm saying legally, uh, evidence, evidentially, I don't think they can overturn it. Um, okay. Speaking of second chances, or the chance of a second chance, um, Alex Murdaugh, the one and a disgraced doctor in South Carolina, might get a chance for a second trial because of the witness, I call it witness tampering, but definitely the interference of the case by Becky Hill. Now, Becky Hill was a clerk of the court in South Carolina. And her main job, her only job, is to make sure the people get there on time and stuff like that. Like, she's the one who makes all the phone calls and everything else. What's not part of her job description is to interfere with cases, to let her thoughts be known, or to kind of sway either way. You're not supposed to do that. That's not what you're supposed to do. And she said the most damning thing you can say. She wanted the people to say guilty because it would help her sell more books. And also, she needed what did she say? She needed a yacht or she needed a new house or something. It's insane. So he might get a new trial because of that. Because the I'll go with tampering, whatever. The tampering is so bad, so egregious that they might have to give him another trial. So those are your updates and what I'm following. And like I said, I'll try to follow it every day and let you guys know what's going on. Now, don't expect too much from the YSL trial because, like I said, I didn't know, but apparently it's got about a year to go still. So, yeah. The other ones, they seem like quick ones, so I might have updates on those. So yeah, I'm really doing it. All right, bye guys.